Hi. One of the things that has come to my attention and that several different students have messaged me about is how to stay focused during this extended period of time at home. For teenagers especially, you're going to have a lot of different venues that you're hearing from your friends. You're going to have your parents around, you're going to have siblings, maybe grandparents, and you're going to have a whole different set of assignments that you have to get done on a daily basis for these online classes that you're now taking. So it's quite a busy and distracting time of your life. What I would say is that focusing is not something that you have to just worry about right now. This is something that adults also face. So figuring out how to make yourself be productive and how to make yourself focus on the things that you want to focus on in a day-to-day life is a really important skill set, and one that's going to help you find some sort of peace in stressful times for the rest of your life. I promise you, adulthood has their fair share of distractions, and it is just as hard, if not harder, for us to kind of find times to read, to find times to focus on the things that we want to focus on. So if this is a long-term goal, it is something that you can work on even during this sort of COVID stay-at-home period that we're all in. My particular way of handling things is to remove as many distractions as possible and to book in time for myself, which sounds really really scheduled and really non sort of natural, but it does actually make me give myself time to do the things that I want to do. So I'm trying to read on a daily basis for at least an hour. If I wait until the end of the day and I don't pick a time that I want to do that, and I don't really sort of make an active plan to do that reading, I don't do it. It gets to be about 11:30. I'm tired. I don't really want to read. Netflix is so much easier, and so it ends up being the thing that I do. Whereas if I put into my schedule, if I put into my plan for the day that I'm going to read for an hour at lunch, or that I'm going to read while I have my coffee in the morning, or that I'm going to read before bed, but that's going to start at 10:30 instead of 11:30, I am much more likely to get that done. I have made a very conscious effort to turn the notifications on my phone off during these sort of focus periods that I have, and to turn the phone over so that I can't see the lighting up of the screen, because for most of us, that's going to be distracting in and of itself. You can use the same technique while you're working on your homework. You shouldn't be getting text messages. You shouldn't be watching your notifications on Instagram. The more you have those things interjecting themselves into your sort of thought process, the less focused and organized and accurate you're going to be in the work that you do. So in reality, learning how to turn all that stuff off is a really great way of kind of helping yourself focus both on the work and on the relaxation stuff that you need to do. There are a few websites that I have used and sort of plugins that I have used with my laptop that allow you to block off certain websites for a certain period of time. So you could, for instance, say, I'm not going to log on to BuzzFeed between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. so that I don't allow myself to have the distractions that would use or that would give to me. You can use the same thing for Facebook or for Instagram. Now, these are all ones that would be on your computer, so it's a program that you have to download. But there are options to kind of help you stay focused if websites are a big part of what makes it impossible for you to focus on things. Honestly, removing those things is going to be the only skill that you need. It isn't that you are going to learn to not notice them. We all notice them. I'm 34, and when I see my phone light up because someone's messaged me on Instagram or someone has liked a picture, I think about that no matter what it is that I was doing firsthand. So don't be too hard on yourself for falling prey to the same thing. It's a sort of natural human response. What we need to do is get better at turning those things off, turning them over, putting them on sleep, putting them on silent. Making time for yourself where you are just doing that one thing is really helpful. And for me, sometimes I even leave my phone inside and I'll go out and read in the garden so that I'm actually physically away from the technology that kind of interjects into my space. And that can be a great way of kind of forcing yourself to forget about it for a little while. If you have any tips or suggestions for ways that you make yourself focus on the things that you want to do, I'd love for you to leave them in the comments or to send me a message and just tell me about it personally. Thanks.